Speaker, last January, the Prime Minister was briefed by CSIS that at least 11 candidates in the 2019 election received hundreds of thousands of dollars directed and funneled through Beijing's Toronto consulate. Given that this violates multiple sections of the Canada Elections Act, upon learning of this illegal activity, did the Prime Minister report it to Elections Canada?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me be clear. Canada's fair and free election process was never compromised, and this was determined by an independent panel of national security experts. The only one who benefits from foreign interference are enemies of democracy. These attacks are an attack on all members of Parliament, and we can't afford to play partisan games on this issue, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for St. Albert, Edmonton.
Speaker, hundreds of thousands of dollars were directed and funneled by Beijing to 11 candidates. If that isn't foreign interference, I don't know what is. And talk about a non-answer. I asked a specific question about whether the Prime Minister acted or failed to act. So again, upon being briefed by CSIS, did the Prime Minister report this illegal activity to Elections Canada, yes or no?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, protecting Canada's democracy is something that we take very seriously. On this side of the House, on that side of the House, we should all condemn foreign interference because the ones that benefit are not anyone in this House, Mr. Speaker. If enemies of democracy, they are trying to damage our democratic process here in Canada, we will always stand up for democracy, and I invite all members of this House to stand with us. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for Mégantic-l'Érable. I rise to defend democracy, Mr. Speaker, and we should do that on all sides of this House. In January, the Prime Minister was reportedly informed that 11 candidates received illegal funding from a foreign country, and the revelations were clear that these were targeted interventions. We all agree that this is an attack on our democracy, but it's just a simple question, yes or no. Did the government inform the chief electoral officer of these serious allegations, and if so, when? The Honourable Minister of Innovation. I'd like to thank my colleague for his question. And everyone in this House should be standing up to defend democracy. That's what we do every day in answering their questions. But when it comes to national security, Mr. Speaker, when it comes to protecting democracy and protecting our institutions, partisan politics has no role to play. We should all defend Canadian democracy. That's what we're doing here every day, and we will keep doing that.